Shopify looks shiny and WooCommerce looks overwhelming. But here's the truth. One of these platforms actually lets you own your business, whereas the other simply rents it back to you. Today, I'm going to break down Shopify versus WooCommerce, the hidden costs, the freedom, and the hacks that no one's talking about. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which platform is right for you. So here's why so many people jump into Shopify. Mainly, they make it look easy. The dashboard is slick, the setup is guided, and their marketing makes it seem like anybody can get a store started in just one weekend. But then the real costs start to hit you. Once you pass their trial period, you start to get hit with the monthly fee of just $29 on their most basic subscription plan. And that can go all the way up to $399 plus, even up to $2,000 plus, depending on the size store that you're building and the amount of traffic that you're driving. But in addition to just the subscription plan, you also face the app fees. And one thing we've learned from using multiple platforms is that a lot of the best apps for your Shopify store do come with a hidden cost. And typically that cost is in the form of a monthly subscription. So yeah, it looks really polished, but those costs start to add up, especially if you're building your first store. You will find that you're now stuck with this plan, including all of your different app costs, and you really have no way out of it at that point. You've already built your store, you put your heart and soul into it, and so of course, you're not going to want to go start over again, and now they have you on those monthly subscription plans for as long as you want to keep that store active. Now with WooCommerce, it's actually a free plugin that just pairs up with WordPress. And so all you need to worry about is your domain and hosting, which you can get super cheap, as low as a couple bucks a month just to host your site. And you aren't forced into any monthly app subscriptions. In fact, a lot of the plugins that work with WordPress and WooCommerce are either free, low cost, or a one-time fee as opposed to a monthly subscription plan that keeps you stuck in that repetitive cycle of monthly fees. Second is flexibility. Since WooCommerce is built on WordPress, it's open source, it's fully customizable, and you're able to expand it in all different directions for your business. If you want to add a blog, it's all under one roof. If you want to have a membership, it's still under that same site. You don't have to worry about adding on other sites just to simply run a store if you're already running a website as it is. You can simply integrate WooCommerce into something that you've already built. With Shopify, you're locked into only what their app store offers. And like I said, that can quickly add up because most of those apps are hidden behind more monthly fees. The third is scalability. Shopify is great when you're small and you're under just that $29 a month plan. But as you grow, you're going to quickly see that the cost will continue to add up. I believe in the original smallest plan, you are capped at 1 gigabyte of storage space. Whereas with WooCommerce, as you grow your store, you can simply upgrade your hosting plan when needed. And there's no pressure to do it either. You can simply grow at your own pace and not worry about the stress of those monthly bills coming in just so that you can run a website and run a store. Whether you're running a one product store or you want to add hundreds of items to your store, you're not going to be punished with more monthly fees just for wanting to grow and expand. And the fourth is ownership. With Shopify, what nobody really talks about is that you're building on their platform, it's their rules, and if they change anything, you're stuck living with the new rules that they have. And for us, this was honestly one of the biggest motivators to switch to WordPress and WooCommerce and to run our own stores was because when we first started Shopify, one of the things we like to do is find hot items and really grow quickly. And at the time where we were launching some of our first stores, it happened to be around Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and we did a lot of sales in one day. And throughout the day, we were used to hearing our cha-chings going on, and randomly at one part of the day, we realized it had been pretty quiet. And so we went to go check what was going on to see if anything was not working with our store, and lo and behold, our store was no longer even up. And so because everything was under one roof, Shopify Payments had temporarily shut us down, we had no clue that our store wasn't even up anymore. Whereas with WooCommerce, you get to choose your payment provider. And so if you're going to scale large, you can integrate another payment provider, and even if someone were to shut you down, your store would still be up. And I can tell you as an e-commerce store owner, your store going down is one of the biggest red flags for customers to want to initiate chargebacks. And so For me, that was something that wasn't going to fly. We wanted to make sure that we always had a place where our customers could reach us. No matter what was going on in the back end with payment processing, your customers should always be able to reach you. And this is also a problem with platforms like Amazon and Etsy. When they shut you down, they just start refunding all your customers, no matter what the issue was, no matter what the problem was, even if it was a mistake, you have no control over it at that point. And so WooCommerce, absolutely the way to go if you want complete ownership of your site for as long as you want to run it. Now, my husband and I have been building e-commerce sites for well over 10 years now. We've started in the days of Craigslist and eBay. We've done Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, you name it. We've sold on nearly every e-commerce platform that's available. And at the end of the day, we've chosen WooCommerce as our primary platform as well as the platform for our clients. And one of the greatest things is you can integrate it to something you're already doing. And so that was a big selling point for us. When working with other businesses who already had established websites, we were able to seamlessly integrate shopping platforms onto the site they were already building. So they were able to sell either digital products, memberships through it, physical products, or even services. The reality is that WooCommerce is cheaper, more flexible, and future-proof. It's going to be a store that you own and not simply rent out. And so if you're just starting out with WooCommerce, don't overcomplicate it. You're just going to need a domain, hosting, the free WooCommerce plugin, and then a free theme. And that's really all you need to get up and running in a day. If you want to see exactly how to launch and run your own WooCommerce store, we've actually put together a store launch quick start that walks you through the exact steps that you need to come up with your store idea all the way to getting your first product listed so that you can start selling. And if that's something that interests you, go ahead and click that link below. And be sure to subscribe and like this video if you'd like to see more WooCommerce tutorials and strategies to grow a business that you truly own.